I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up in all sports. Pick it up in all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
My team is made up of guards and forwards,
offense and defense,
all working together as a unit.
One mission, one goal.
But no matter how high we're ranked,
no matter what the results,
there's one team we'll never beat.
The sports medicine team at UK Healthcare. The top sports medicine physicians, surgeons, and athletic trainers you'll find anywhere, you'll find here.
When it comes to orthopedic care,
I wouldn't send my team anywhere else.
Folks,
Well, good evening as we welcome you to Lafayette High School. It's the other semifinal, Mr. Darren Douglas, who's going to have your play-by-play tonight. I'll take over in the third and fourth and also the sixth, but Darren Douglas will have the rest of the game. We got Henry Clay and Western Hills. Both of them outstanding play yesterday.
Very much so, and we had really 4 really good games. We had one that started the tournament, Catholic and Madison Central, that went extra innings, a 6-5 win for the Knights.
Yep.
And then the last game may have been all around more exciting than even that first game of the night or the day yesterday. A 2-1 victory for Western Hills that got a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th inning to win that game. The only thing I think may give the edge to that is defensively, both teams play so well. Pitching was great because you only had combined 3 runs and a combined 5 hits in the ball game between the two teams. Both Landon Arflack and Easton, can't remember Easton's last name, I want to give the young man some credit for Madison Southern. Easton Schaus gave a great pitching performance. Arflack has a little bit more to show for last night's game. Not only was he wasn't the winning pitcher, he got a no decision, but he has a pretty good bump on the nose from taking a throw from his catcher, Jesse Howard, smack dab right on the end of that thing, and he actually went and pitched another inning after that. So I expect another good game tonight. Gary and I have talked last night about Western Hills. We know how talented Henry Clay is. We know how much tradition Henry Clay has. Western Hills is one of those teams that periodically 5 to 6 years down the road, they usually have really, really good teams. This is not one of them, although they are 26-9 coming into tonight. But what they do have is they have a lot of gutty kids. They won't have the wow athletes, but they got guys that will flat fight until the final out is made. And that attitude has carried them to 26 wins this year.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think both of these teams outstanding today. You mentioned talking about Western Hills. Boy, what a game last night in England with that home run. But the talk about it, not only is the win, but how about that trip around that first base bag last night?
Well, the young man, and I can speak from experience. In my whole total baseball career, I hit one home run.
Yeah.
That was my 11-year-old year. Take it back, it was my 12-year-old year. One home run out of the park. I hit a couple in the park, but only one that carried over the fence. And that may have been the way he reacted. It may have been his first home run, maybe ever. Could have been his first home run as a high school player. I don't know. But the way he reacted, he came around first. He took about 5 steps past the bag, and then he went and face planted.
Yeah.
And I can understand the excitement, and that's what makes high school sports so interesting, William. And apologize, I got something in my throat here. But that's what makes high school sports so interesting and so great. Is I love just the raw enthusiasm young people bring when they play the game, whether it be baseball, football, whatever.
Sure. Yep, no doubt about that. How about the great job Coach Terrence is doing over there with Henry Clay?
Yeah. And that's a tough job to fill. I mean, you had Herb Hammond, and before him you had Bob Trippier. Two pretty good coaches in their day, and we're about ready for baseball as we have Henry Clay dressed in their traditional blue jerseys with the yellow hats. They don't call it gold over there. It's yellow. And the Devils across the chest. And the young man towing the rubber in the middle of the diamond for the Devils is Lyndon May.
Well, I hate to break this to you, but we were gold back on my day under Henry Clay.
First pitch swinging is the leadoff hitter for Western Hills. He skies it into center field, now over to right center field. So one pitch, one out. Thomas Bennett, the shortstop for the Wolverines. And that's the other thing about this Wolverine team. The first 4 hitters, very aggressive in the strike zone with the pitches in there.
Yeah, and you got to be, every bat's crucial. Every bat.
Brings up the pitcher tonight for the Wolverines, Parker Jackson. Jackson last night played second base and made a couple of really fine defensive plays in last night's game. Swings and misses the first one. Second pitch, ground ball to the second baseman, done. Over to first, 2 men gone. So quickly, 3 pitches in, William, and Western Hills shows, like I said, the top 4 hitters very aggressive with the bat in their hands, swinging at the first pitch with Bennett, the second pitch with Parker.
I think you swallowed that fly, didn't you?
I don't know. And all of a sudden, I've had it all day. My voice has been fine all day until just now. Might want to give me something to drink here in a minute, and I'll be okay. Here's last night's pitcher. Actually, this is the catcher, Jesse Howard. And last night, I had a friend of mine that was listening said, "Are you sure he might be the best catcher in the region?" That wasn't me saying that. That was an opposing coach.
Yeah,
Seth Knight
from
from Dunbar. And Seth said, unfortunately, he transferred in after I left. The year I left, the first year at Dunbar. So, that's what you run into as coaches sometimes. You make decisions that you get a player in where you were and you're going, why'd I leave?
Well, I'm sure he's not saying why did he leave.
No,
He's
but
got
I
a
mean,
great team he's building over at Dunbar.
Correct, but sometimes that one player. This one lined into center field, a hit for Howard. So the first hit of the ball game belongs to the Wolverines of Western Hills High School.
That one sent right back up the middle.
Celebrating their 25th year of existence this coming fall.
It's quite a while. Was that put them at
1982 is when they were here. Actually, their 35th year. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Georgetown College math didn't do me any good.
Yeah. 92 might have been
35 years ago. Makes me feel old.
They're one of only a handful of schools that's actually, instead of a gym, it's a dome.
They got a dome, and if you ever in there and it's real quiet, and you bounce a basketball or a volleyball as they play in there now, it bounces about 100 times.
Yeah, Marion County's got a dome too.
Yeah, but it's not the echo's not as bad as the Western Hills Dome. It's Leslie Cardwell Gymnasium now is what it's known as. Swing and a miss to Arflack. This is the starting pitcher last night, and if you joined us last night, he took a rocket shot off the right arm of his catcher and right in the nose, and it bled, and somehow he didn't lose consciousness. I don't know how he didn't. Pitch out away.
Yeah, that was nasty.
A ball and a strike now to Arflack. 2 men out. A 2-out single off the bat of Jesse Howard. And, of course, in high school we have what's known as the courtesy runner. And we have Wandell Robinson at first base, the courtesy runner for the Wolverines, and he can flat fly.
Yep. How about that pitching last night of Luke Wilson, too, for Henry Clay?
Yeah, very nice game against Lafayette. Now, of course, Western Hills, 41st District champions.
Henry Clay and Lafayette's kind of got this rivalry in all sports going on right now.
Yes, sir.
It's usually all the playoffs.
Well, they're two of the oldest, well, actually, the two oldest schools in Lexington. Gets away from the first baseman, Boo Thompson. Down to second goes Robinson.
Henry Clay, the first school in Lexington. Then it was Lafayette. And then I believe it was Bryan Station and
Tates Creek. And there was a Dunbar.
Yeah, well, Dunbar was
in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And then it closed. And then the current Dunbar opened in 1982, I believe.
Of course, Lexington Catholic's been around a long time as well.
Been long.
Probably newest school would be, well, besides the ones that the building now, which we don't know what the mascot name is going to be for that yet.
And we don't even know what the name of it's going to be. Arflack hits this one a mile high into right center field. The right fielder, Malloy, comes on and makes the catch. Inning over.
Like Lexington Christian, that's the newest school in town.
Right, and they're only about 15 years old. Maybe, no, 20 maybe.
Yeah, probably around 20.
Yeah. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're through a half inning of play here in Lexington. The winner gets the Cardinals of Scott County in tomorrow night's championship game. This is the White, Greer, and Maggard baseball game of the week on PrepSpin.com.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Back to Lafayette High School, and Gary, William, and I were dared by our longtime friend, Matt Calvert, to kind of throw you under the bus a little bit.
I told him I wouldn't do it, though.
And then somebody, somewhere, I don't know if it was me or William, and right now both of us are saying we didn't do it, so we'll say the devil made us do it. No.
The Blue Devils.
Yeah. So, Gary, we love you, man. We hope you come out healthy at your tennis match tonight.
He's doing the tennis match this evening, right?
Yeah. He's actually playing. He's not broadcasting. He's playing. And I asked him how how he broadcast the KHSAA Bowling State Championships. He said, man, they won't let me do that, but I'm the PA announcer.
Yeah.
So, having a little fun with our good friend Gary Ball.
Yeah, no, I don't think we could air that from the Blue Devils there.
No, well, I'll tell you what, I hadn't. I was supposed to be here and help out with the first game with him. I had a family situation I need to take care of. It wasn't anything bad, but so I really missed out on the first game of teasing Gary tonight. So
Sound like you've been in a yellow match all day.
man, I don't know. All of a sudden, it just went away. First pitch to the leadoff hitter Chandler Dunn, the second baseman
Sends a
for
message
the Blue
over to
Devils.
Wolverines dugout.
Now, Coach Drew Chisholm retrieves it.
Who we got up here? You said Dunn?
Chandler Dunn.
And Womack and Thompson.
Dunn has been,
1, 2, 3.
I think, a 3-year starter for the Blue Devils at second base. Actually, he's played about all over the place, to be honest with you.
Did I mention that Jordan Terrence has done an outstanding job with the Blue Devils?
Yes, he's done a really nice job. Yep, 42nd district, unfortunately knocked off in the district championship by the Cardinals. The 0-2 to Dunn. And Jackson dropped down a little bit there.
Coach was supposed to give me one of those hats.
Well, I'll tell you, you might notice we don't have a close of Parker Jackson, but he's got one of those face masks on that you usually see in softball. Dunn hits this one a mile
Had the
foul.
distance. Had the distance, but
a mile foul, way out in front of a pitch. So we'll do the 0-2 again.
West Jessamine won against Wayne County tonight over in the 12th
Said
region.
1-0.
They're back in the 12th region championship game. They're going to either play Southwestern or Somerset.
Hit right off the end of the bat this time, and it's foul.
Southwestern is the team that they had to go through that had trouble with last year. They ended up taking 3 days to play that game because of the rain.
Well, here in this area, it's supposed to be cooler tomorrow, but no rain.
Well, they got 30% chance tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's more
Bill
spotty there. Now, down in the southern part of the state, they're expecting more rain.
Yeah.
Been one of the wettest Mays I can remember in a long time.
Yeah, not a lot of baseball, honestly.
Boy,
I mean,
Dunn took a pitch.
They got it in.
Yep, but it took 3 days, like you said. Well, maybe you're patting me on the back there. Might get rid of the frog or whatever I got in my throat here.
Something in there.
The 2-2, Jackson curveball, strike 3 call.
Painted that outside corner.
Yep.
This kid's on.
Dunn didn't agree with it, but I thought that one cut the middle of the plate.
He said if it's on, then it's on. I want to thank White, Greer, and Maggard, our title sponsor here on the network. Thank you so much, Dr. White and White, Greer, and Maggard, for all they do.
I agree.
And they
also,
do a lot. They do a
Roberts
whole lot
Insurance.
Around Central Kentucky.
Got a lot of great fine sponsors.
Yeah, Roberts
Pitch,
Insurance.
a breaking pitch on the inside corner, a strike.
We're going to thank Rafferty's, too. I'm looking forward to my gift card.
Yeah, me too. You hear us, Gary
Gary's gonna
Ball?
hook us up.
You hear us, Gary?
Gary, you better come through.
The 0-1 hit right off the end of the bat to the right side. Arflack underhands to the pitcher.
Play.
Jackson covering. 2 gone.
That was a good play. Remember, Western Hills took a no-hitter into the 5th inning last night.
Actually, both teams did.
Both teams did. Yeah,
both
Madison
teams
Southern
did.
as well.
Yes, sir. And
now this is a dangerous hitter. Boo Thompson's got power to put it up on that air.
and he is a big guy, but I tell you what, the difference, he's a dead red fastball hitter. We noticed that last night. Had trouble with the breaking pitch. So Jackson's a little bit more of a breaking pitch guy, and he challenged him with a fastball and just missed. Yep.
But let me tell you this: he's definitely not the dude off Major League, the movie.
Oh, I'll tell you, the kid,
He hit a breaking ball better than you think. Sorrento.
Yeah. But, yeah, I can't remember the actor's name, but yeah, Sorrento is his name. And nice breaking pitch that caught the outside corner, 1-1 to Boo Thompson. In case you missed it earlier, Scott County over Lexington Catholic 6-3 in semifinal game number 1. Pitch is down and away, a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I want to send a shout out.
Or 2-1, I should say.
Got people tweeting at us. Darren.
I
want to send a shout out to Pookie.
Pookie.
Yeah, Pookie.
Okay.
Pookie Bush, as a matter of fact. Want
Hi,
to send a
Pookie.
shout out to her. She's watching tonight. She's rooting on the Wolverines.
And I tell you what, we'll also do a Napa Prime. We'll do 2 of those in this game since I was not able to give one. They hit Jackson with the pitch, or excuse me, Thompson with the pitch.
Yeah. because she's wanting to cheer on her favorite Wolverine, Wheatley.
Luke
Wears
Wheatley?
number 12. Yep.
Okay.
I guess,
Luke over there at
maybe
third
a
base tonight.
girlfriend or something?
I don't know. I have no idea. I
Luke
barely
playing first
know
base.
the people I talk to. Are you serious? Me? Come on now.
Well, you can tweet at us as well, at PrepSpin. It's at PrepSpin.
Now, is that okay with you that I give 2 questions in this game since we didn't give one in the last game to
Well, yeah.
give Napa Prime
and
their
then
money's worth? Nice breaking pitch off speed.
Jay Jenkins wants to know, is there any dingers yet? Not yet.
Not tonight. We had 3 last night. One in the Scott County, Franklin County game.
Well, we had one in the first game tonight.
Yeah, one in the first game. Who'd you have?
Handback hit another.
Well, that's his second in this tournament. This one fouled away and out of play to the right. Quickly, Cam Dacey in an 0-2 hole. Just underway here in Lexington. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Western Hills got a 2-out hit from their catcher and 3-hole hitter, Jesse Howard. But a fly ball to right by Arflack and sweeps that rally, or semi-rally, as the courtesy runner Robinson was moved to second after an errant wild pitch.
Starting to sound like Harry
Actually,
Carey
you know what?
now.
This has happened before to me, William. I think it might have something to do with my medicine.
There's
My
a
blood
shot.
pressure.
That ball's
This one's
way
hit
back.
deep into left. Going back off
Ooh,
the
what a
wall.
pitch. He's into the wall,
And
too.
the left fielder hit face first into that
Ouch.
billboard out there. Robinson will score. It's cut off by Arflack. Throws to Wheatley. And the inning is over, but the run scores.
We got
the left fielder.
Hurt left fielder out there. He ran
That's
right
Tyler
into that
Anglin, the
wall.
left fielder for the Wolverines. He hit face first
Ouch. He might be
into that.
knocked out after
Yeah, into
that.
that. Well, he's sitting on his backside.
No, that's the other player that went out there to check on him.
No, he's sitting on his backside. The center fielder came over for Western Hills. That is, I think, Coach Drew Chisholm out there with. That's actually Drew Chisholm out there as well. We have trainers heading out that way, and we will give you an update on Tyler Anglin when we come back. 1-0 Henry Clay after 1. The winner gets Scott County tomorrow night on the White Greer and Maggard High School Game of the Week on PrepSpin.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Well, good news, William, for Western Hills fans. At least Tyler Anglin, the left fielder for the Wolverines, has gained his feet and is walking with some assistance from the trainer from Henry Clay's side to the Wolverine dugout along the third baseline. Be interesting to see if the young man is able to continue. But he hit that thing full force, face first, out in left center field.
Good thing he didn't try to dive for the ball, because then you're worried about, is he going to
You're worried about a neck or something like that, correct.
Yeah.
Good effort from him. I had to wait to see if the ball had come free, which it had. And I'm not sure. I don't know if he got a glove on or if that thing hit the wall or not.
I don't know. All I know is that I
You
heard
could hear
the
from
smack.
here,
I don't
yeah.
know if it was the ball that smacked the wall or if it was him that smacked the wall, or a little bit of both at the same time.
Yeah, could have been both. I agree.
And they're doing the nay-nay here at the stadium. There's a lot of people standing up doing the nay-nay.
There are.
Just like the Legends game.
I'm just wondering where you see that. Cause I
Well,
don't
there's
see anybody.
all the people over down on the right side.
Oh.
All on
You
the
did
left
you
side.
say the old people?
No.
Oh,
the younger
okay.
people.
Okay.
The younger generation.
I was going to say, if you said the old people.
You weren't looking out far enough there.
Well, probably not. I was more worried about what was going on down the third baseline just outside the Wolverine dugout. So Western Hills trailing 1-0 as they come to bat here in the second. It'll be the third baseman, Luke Wheatley.
Wheatley.
Leading off against Lyndon May, the big right-hander for the Blue Devils. A ball and no strikes. The first pitch high and tight. May kicks, deals. Wheatley, ground ball short.
Slow
McAnally in the dirt, dug out by Bush.
McAnally threw a one-hopper over to Bush. That was a great dig there by the first baseman for Henry Clay.
Well, the ball was in the dirt far enough away from Bush where it gave him a really truer hop than we saw last night in their game.
No, for Henry Clay over there on first base, that's is that Thompson?
Lou Thompson, yeah.
Yeah, that's Thompson.
Did I say Bush?
Yeah, Bush plays for Lexington Catholic.
Both about the same size.
Yeah.
Ground ball third. Dacey with it. He airmails this thing into the Henry Clay dugout. And when I say airmailed it,
Yep.
Thompson had no shot.
No, that
None.
was signed, sealed, delivered.
Matter of fact, I'm going to show my age here. And all the fans out there, if you're my age or a little bit younger.
Pete Rose was a rookie when you were 5 years
sir.
old, right?
Manute Bowl would not have caught that. And anybody that, all you young folks who don't know who Manute Bowl was, he was an NBA player. I forget what country he was from. He's from
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah, his
7'6".
His son is an outstanding prospect right now.
Well, he's
A lot of the big
7'5",
schools
isn't
trying
he?
to get him.
Isn't he 7'5"?
Manute Bowl was 7'8".
No, I'm talking about his son.
His son's 7'5". Manute Bowl
7'5",
was
that's what I
7'8".
thought.
Yeah.
Funniest picture I ever saw was in Sports Illustrated. Manute Bowl riding a scooter. It was hilarious.
Manute Bowl and Spud Webb standing next.
Yeah, that was
to each
that was
other.
funny, but
Yeah.
just seeing Manute with those knees hanging up in his chin on the scooter. But anyway, Thompson, unfortunately, not that tall. So the runner, Etherington, at second base on the error by Dacey at third, and May delivers a first pitch strike to a pinch hitter for Western Hills, number 21 for the Wolverines. Is Parker Burge.
The Burge man.
Yeah, he's in there for Tyler Anglin. This one chopped down in front of the plate.
Tough play.
May throwing the dirt. Nice stop by Thompson there. May and Pierce said, no, you take it. Did the old, no, you take it. You got it. You got it. You got it. And neither one of them picked it up.
Runners on the corners now.
And here comes Coach Jordan Terrence to talk to him. And runners on first and third with one man out here in the inning. We've had a whole lot of action in the first inning and a third here tonight, William.
Yep. That we have Darren.
Actually, you know what? That wasn't Tyler Anglin in left field. That was Cameron Barton who got – I misread my numbers here.
You got to get those
So
straight.
it's Cameron Barton, who was the young man who went face first into the left center field wall.
Yeah, Barton, Anglin's playing.
Anglin was the kid, the gentleman who threw
the home run.
Well, actually, he threw the relay, threw the ball in from left center field, and the relay from the shortstop Bennett to our flack cut down Dacey at third, who was trying to advance to third on the throw towards the plate.
Yeah.
To end the inning. So a runner at third, Etherington. He got on board via the error by Dacey and went to second because the ball found the Henry Clay dugout. And then a infield single off the pinch hitter, Burge for the Wolverines. So runners on the corners, one out. And in this tournament, William, we've seen a whole lot of safety squeeze from teams.
Yep.
They throw over to third this time to Heathering. Dacey falls over the base. No harm there.
Just one out.
And I thought we were getting ready to see the play that seems to never work. The step toward third and look back to first. See if the runner first is breaking. I don't think I've ever seen that thing work in 45 years of baseball. Now I'm really telling my age now, aren't I? Pitch outside and high, a ball from May. This is the guy who won it for the Wolverines almost 24 hours ago. Actually, about 22 hours ago right now.
Yeah.
A 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs. May again throws to third. And Dacey looking at him going, what are you doing?
Yeah, get over on the bag is what he's saying.
And May's telling Dacey,
get
over there. And Dacey looking at him going, what are you doing? Concentrate on the hitter. And you like the competitiveness from May, but you don't want to see him show up on his fielders.
Yeah.
This one hit hard to the second baseman.
Nice play.
Nice play by Dunn. Short for 1. Gets past Bush. Run scores. We're tied at 1. Wet ball was hit hard. Nice play on the backhand side by Chandler Dunn, who flipped to McAnally covering at second, the shortstop, and then McAnally's throw a little bit up the outfield side of the first baseline, and Bush unable to dig it out.
Yeah. No, that was a really good play.
So no run batted. Well, he gets can't remember if he gets a run batted in or not.
It's probably going to be on the throw-in there. Then again, you never know because they had to bring Thompson off that bag there.
Correct. Thompson unable to get off the bag and get it, but he tried his best to at least knock it down. And so Anglin aboard at first on the fielder's choice.
The important thing is we got a brand new ball game again.
Correct, and here comes Teddy Emberton, who made a tremendous diving catch last night out of our view as he went into the foul territory along the right field line, which the most foul territory is down the right field line here at Lafayette. Well, there's about the same on both sides. Nonetheless, he went out of our view because the dugouts here sit, what would you say, 8 to 10 feet into
it's not that far
into
away.
The field of play. A 2-1 count now to Emberton. Make it high, 3-1. So May right now threw up a ground ball, but it was a hard hit ground ball off the bat of Anglin. So we've seen 4 home runs in this tournament so far. This one hit into left field. The left fielder Wilson out there has it. Inning over. So in the top of the second for the Wolverines, they get a hit, 1 run. There was 1 Henry Clay error, and there was 1 left. We're through an inning and a half here in Lexington. In semifinal number 2 of the 11th Region Baseball Tournament, Henry Clay and Western Hills all tied up at 1 on the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week on PrepSpin.com. We're going to keep it right here. I think William's got an interesting text that he's dealing with here, so we'll let him deal with that.
Yeah.
Tell you what, while we're doing that, while we got a little time between innings, I'll do our first trivia question to make up for the semifinal game I missed, okay?
All right.
Our sports trivia question tonight, and I got a text message from my buddy that I have, that a lot of people that follow games that I do in various various outlets, I should say. Said you didn't give the answer to the trivia question last night. The trivia question last night was, there are 3 coaches in Kentucky high school baseball history with 1,000 wins or more. And they are, the third one is retired Terry Gum. He did all his coaching down at Greene County High School down in the western part of the state up on the Ohio River. Number 2 is Mac Whitaker, who...
Chris Hoskin wanted to ask you.
Okay.
He said, what do you think about Drew Chisholm's coaching skills over there at Western Hills?
Well, he's in his second year, and they've won 26 games out of the 35 they play. I think he's doing a pretty good job. Of course, every head coach will tell you he's got to have talent to win.
We hear you, Chris. We hear you, man. We're a big fan.
Good question, Chris. We appreciate you asking that question.
We're a big fan. We didn't mean to compliment Terrence without complimenting Coach Chisholm. He certainly deserved all the credit as well.
They're in the semifinals, the 11th region, in his second year. Enough said. 0-1 to the leadoff hitter here for the Blue Devils. This is Luke Wilson, and Wilson was a starting pitcher in winter last night for Henry Clay, correct?
Luke Wilson's a star.
Pitched a very nice game last night.
He's a bona fide baseball player and a certified stud out there on the field, and you can't teach that.
I knew that was coming. Ground ball short. Bennett with his first chance. Nice hop up in the chest. Over to Arflack, one gone. So Parker Jackson gave up the 1 run in the first inning as Boo Thompson came around to score after he was hit by a pitch. And we need to try to find out if the left fielder Cameron Barton is okay. He was pinch hit for by Burge, who got an infield single. First pitch low and away. And this is Henry Malloy. Now, this is Ben Ryder, the designated hitter, excuse me. Pitch out away, 2-0 now to Ryder. 1-1 as we play here, one out deep into the bottom of the second inning. William Warfield will give you the third and fourth play-by-play. Down away, 3-0.
You got called out. You said that's Boo Thompson over at first base for Henry Clay, not C.J. Bush. Let's be at a trade.
I apologize. They're both big men. I'd feel comfortable walking down any dark alley.
Well, you know,
with them as my bodyguards, wouldn't you? Even a
as long
lighted
as they're
alley.
my bodyguards, right?
Yeah, as long as they were my bodyguards, and I'd feel very comfortable walking anywhere. 3-1 to Ryder. This one lined into left field down the line.
Base hit.
In for a hit. That's Burge out there in left field, so he is in the field right now for the Wolverines. So a one-out single off the bat of Ben Ryder. Brings up the shortstop, number 4, David McAnally. McAnally, maybe one of the biggest hits of his career in the semifinals a year ago.
Yeah. McAnally's a stud as well out there on the baseball field.
And that game was in Richmond, correct, in Madison Central, right? I think so.
No, that was over at that was against Madison Central at Henry Clay last year.
Clay, that's correct. You're right. You're right. The 1-0 to McAnally with the open stance. Ground ball third. Wheatley backs up to second for 1. And Connor Graves, who's at the second base defensive position tonight, because the normal second baseman, when he's not on the mound, is pitching tonight, Parker Jackson.
Yep.
So 2 gone, and McAnally aboard on the fielder's choice.
I wonder if we got a fan watching out there tonight here in the stands. Bring us some drinks up here. Man, it's hot.
I got a couple of cousins down there if I can.
You need to call your cousins.
I don't have their phone numbers.
Distant cousins, huh?
No, they're close cousins. I mean, they're
well, ain't
immediate.
That close?
I mean,
you ain't got their numbers?
Well, I had it in my old phone, which I consequently lost. A ball and no strikes
Darren
to the catcher.
To everybody, though.
Pretty much. Jared Pierce batting from the left-hand side. This one lifted in the air to center field. Angling on his horse. Still coming. Slides. Unable to come up with it. Throws back to second, and with 2 outs and a ball in the air.
Henry Clay working with runners on the corners.
McAnally goes all the way to third. Nice effort from Anglin. He was just playing a little too deep for that one. That one, a big swing from Pierce, and really caught it down towards the handle.
Yeah. Well, fans, if you want the ultimate smile, I'm talking about the ultimate smile, you got to go see our friends over at White, Greer, and Maggard.
Okay.
Now's the time. They'll take care of you. White, Greer, and Maggard. They'll make your smile beautiful.
The pitch, strike, throw down, got him. Nice play by Connor Graves. The throw from Jesse Howard kind of drifted a little bit back towards right center field. Graves was able to stop his momentum and get the tag down on the runner going from first on the steal attempt. I didn't see who the courtesy runner was for the catcher, Pierce, but they have no runs for Henry Clay here in the bottom of the second. One hit. There were no Western Hills errors, and one left. We're through two complete. William Warfield with the play-by-play in the third. All tied up at 1. Henry Clay and Western Hills on PrepSpin.com.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Thomas Bennett, Pepsi, sir. Thomas Bennett will step up to the plate here and get a Gatorade too there, Darren, while we're taking orders. But Bennett will lead things off here for Wolverines. Western Hill Wolverines, led by head coach Mr. Chisholm. Bennett, the shortstop. Going to dig in for the Wolverines. There's the wind up and the pitch. Outside a ball. But into May, out there on the mound for Henry Clay. Here's the second pitch. Oh, 1 ball, no strikes. Make that 2 balls, no strikes. And looking up and down the roster here for Henry Clay. Yeah, there I see May. That ball fouled out of play, so 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 here at the plate as Bennett will dig back in. Bennett, Jackson, and Howard due up here in the top of the third. There's the 2-1 from May. That one catches the outside corner for strike 2-2. Big pitch coming up here for Henry Clay and May. We're all tied up 1-1. Double D Darren Douglas, he'll join me again here in just 1 second. Got the hook up. Full count now at the plate for Bennett. Coach Drew Chisholm, Jeff Howard, Troy Redmond, Matt Fryer, I guess is how you say that.
I could have to see his.
There's a walk. Bennett on. So Bennett on with a walk, and that's going to bring up Jackson to the plate.
Sure as you and I say Fryer, it'll be pronounced some other way. But we'll go with it.
I'm going to say it's Fryer, but we could be wrong. I don't think he'll get upset for
I would say
mispronunciation.
I would say the same thing. I'd probably be wrong.
We know Jordan Terrence, the head coach over at Henry Clay.
Yeah.
Kevin Goins is on, one of his assistant coaches, Jesse Peters, Kirby Mayer, Chad Martin, Ryan McCray. All those guys are all his assistants. Giving the assistant coaches some love tonight.
You got to. moms and dads and grandmothers and grandfathers are probably listening.
Jackson going to step in, squares around the bunt. Boy, coming out of the catcher stance back there behind the plate.
Jared Pierce.
Yeah, Jared Pierce was out of there in a hurry. He stumbled a little bit.
Yeah, he's a really fine catcher as well. And we talked about this last night, William, and I think you'll agree with me and with Gary. You have in this region some really nice catchers, and this year's no exception. It's been probably the last 10 years we had some really nice catchers.
Snap throw down to first. Back in time over there is Bennett. Sorry about that.
It's all, it's part of this gig of broadcasting.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you step on each other's, words and things because of action on the field or court, as the case may be.
Well, we got this fall. We got food, family, and football. Of course, there's a bunt foul, just foul.
And Lyndon May just stopped right in the baseline. The pitcher for Henry Clay. For all you young folks that you could see there to the right of your screen, make sure that if you're the pitcher there, you don't want to stop in the baseline. First off, it could be an interference play if the ball does stay fair or whatever. And two, you could wind up getting hurt.
Let's send a shout out to Natasha Emberton. She's tuning in tonight. She says she wants to be Emberton.
Wants to be.
She wants to be an Emberton.
Oh boy,
Natasha.
Young lady, you have plenty of time for that. Just yeah, wow.
Teddy Emberton on Western Hills there.
Wow, well, hey,
he's got an admirer.
Hey, and you can admit I actually got a first for me 2 years ago. I got a marriage proposal 2 years ago. You remember that one?
Yeah, I did.
One of the few times that in our 10-year friendship of me being speechless, I had nothing to say to it. What do you say? You remember that one?
Squaring around the bunt, snap throw back down to first. That one gets away this time from Boo Thompson, but good backup over there. How about the second baseman over there for Henry
It's
Clay?
Chandler Dunn, yeah.
Yeah, Dunn getting it done.
And the right fielder was coming in there too. That was Malloy, but Thompson having some issues over there. I don't know. Was that throw a little low too? I couldn't see it. Got a divider for a window that got in my way about that time. 3-1 now. May and Pierce need to concentrate on the hitter. You got nobody out. The go-ahead run is at first base and Bennett on the leadoff walk.
It's going to be another walk. So
now
2-1.
Now you're Henry Clay and Lyndon May and the catcher Jared Pierce. You got yourself in some trouble here. Nobody out, and the heart of the order coming up from Western Hills, and probably two of the most dangerous hitters for the Wolverines in their lineup in Howard, followed by Arflack, both with very good power.
Yep.
So I think Arflack set the Western Hills single-season home run record this year.
Well, here's Howard. As you mentioned, we're number 13. He plays the catcher. Jared Harrell laughing at you on the chat there. He says, you got a bay, Darren Douglas. You got a bay.
Somewhere.
Well, it's not a bay, but we got a May.
Thank you.
And May's out there on the mound for Henry Clay.
How tall would you say Lyndon is? 6'4"?
Maybe.
Kind of hard to tell. We sit up a little bit here at Lafayette, but
well, I was trying to run, but you just.
I got you. I'm trying to get myself out of this right now.
You have a bay. There's a May on the mound from Henry Clay. There's a square around bunt there from Howard.
Doesn't rhyme, but.
It does not. But you threw me out of my rhythm.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get myself out of this pickle I'm in.
Well, Henry Clay also in a pickle. Nobody out. Runners on first and second for Western Hills, and Howard with the. And it almost looks like one of those flares out there. That bright yellow bat.
That's orange. That's one of the highlighter orange.
It's almost like he melted a cone or something.
A highlighter, really.
He brought in the highlighter.
Tell you what, I mean, I love all the different styles of uniforms high school and college teams wear.
Yeah.
But the highlighter color uniforms that Oregon and Baylor wear, they are hard on the eyes. on TV. So I can only imagine how they look in person.
We got, I'll do that, Mr. Warrior Beast. We got, that's his name here on the
Shout me out?
chat.
Okay.
Shout me out. We'll shout you out.
We got
man.
you there.
We got you. Yes, sir.
My good buddy.
Y'all got to follow us, though, on Twitter, though. That's
Yeah.
the exchange. It's at PrepSpin.
And I'll tell you this, too, my good buddy Kevin, who's always watching us online and communicating back and forth, and he makes a habit of getting in trouble with his wife, so he can go down to his man cave and watch the game online and listen. But he's watching tonight down in good old San Antonio.
Good old San Antonio.
Said it's wet down there right now.
Is it?
Yeah, said it's raining.
It's one of the most beautiful
Oh,
cities
man,
that
I'm telling you,
you'll ever go to. The River Walk.
One of the most beautiful. I've actually been on the River Walk.
Cloak and Dagger was filmed there.
Good pitch. Good pitch from May. Boy, he had Howard guessing. Howard was sitting fastball, and he got an off-speed pitch. And it was probably the slowest breaking pitch that May has thrown tonight, and had Howard way out in front of it.
Dylan Tackett watching tonight. He says, shout out from the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Says, go Heels.
I think I remember that name. Dylan, I think he played, if I'm not mistaken, played baseball, I believe, for Western Hills. I think. Dylan, if you did or whatever sport, if you played a sport at Western Hills, hit us back and let us know. But the Outer Banks of North Carolina, I've not been there, but I've heard it's beautiful.
There's a shot. That's going to be a base hit. Trouble. Western Hills, they're going to wave around the runner. Bennett's
nice
coming to
throw.
the plate. Good throw. No tag, though, as the ball gets away. There's a throw down to second. Cut off. Western Hills strikes gold again. And they lead the ball game 2-1.
Well, that was a nice throw from the right fielder, Henry Malloy. He threw it right on Jared Pierce, one hop. And Pierce did exactly what Gary said, talked about a receiver or running back trying to catch a pass sometimes.
Yep.
Takes your eye off the ball. To make a quick tag down, the ball got free, and Western Hills leads it 2-1 with 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 man out.
They're working. Like you said, only 1 man out, and here comes Arflack. You hear a lot of
This is actually Wheatley.
Oh, is it Wheatley?
Yeah,
that was
Arflack
that just had to hit.
Had the RBI single.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
Looked at the wrong spot on my.
Now, you know what that is? You know what
Where's Wheatley, like you said?
Yeah, you know what we're here for? Is compadres online or on the broadcast?
What's that?
We're here to help each other out, man.
That's right, man.
That's right.
Team.
And, of course, if my late mother was alive, she would be whispering in both of our ears, and I'm here to keep you both in line.
If my late granny, great grandmama,
yep,
she was here, she'd get all over you, Darren.
Probably get on both of us. Am I right?
Who's that guy you with?
Infield in here. Interesting move by Coach Jordan Torrance here. Look here, the infield is in on all 4 spots on the infield. In on the cutout of the grass. Actually, the one that's the deepest is Dacey at third. Everybody else in on the grass. A 2-1 game in favor of the Wolverines.
Only 1 out like that, so.
Boy, in May, all of a sudden, everything when he misses now is up.
It's because the double play is pretty much eliminated here.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they're playing in so close.
And May behind.
Base open.
May behind 3-0 on Wheatley.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to, strike out Wheatley here or get them to even put the ball in play. You got first base open over, which will help you out.
Yeah.
Double play wise.
Strikeout would be wonderful for May. Now they're going to hand walk him.
Yeah, they're just going to put him on.
That's the 4th walk, I believe, for
yep.
Actually 3rd walk for May. And how about this? All of them in this inning. Hadn't walked anybody till now.
Here's a designated hitter coming up to the plate. Etherington.
Hit the ball hard back in the 2nd inning.
Pepsi hit the spot, man.
Well, if you notice, my voice is sounding better with this Gatorade I got here. So,
well,
boy, don't you love when people ask you what color Gatorade you want, and the look you get when you go, "I don't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Give me anything." And then they kind of look at you like, "Do what?" Especially in concession stand, because you've got all these people that have their preferences.
Got.
Madison's.
Florida. It sounds like
Florida State's here.
Seminoles.
Yes, Florida State's here in the building.
That are Braves fans.
Yeah, or Cleveland Indian fans. Tell you what, I got to talk to Mac Calvert, my buddy, longtime broadcast partner.
Yeah.
Down in Versailles. Got to talk to his wife last night. Actually, this morning.
Sheila?
Actually,
Is it
this
Sheila?
morning. 35 years of wedded bliss. I said, "Congratulations on wedded bliss," and she said, "Who said it was blissful for 35 years?" And
Well, that's marriage.
congratulations, man. 35 years. That's. I tell you what. Unfortunately, that is the rarity.
Yeah.
You know, and congratulations to Mac and Sheila.
I don't even see my wife. I tell you, man, I work so much.
Well.
I'm just joking. There's a shot down the third. Good play as he throws it down the home for the force out. Oh, it's going to have to be a challenge. And the ball gets loose. He's safe. Western Hills scores another run.
Boy.
Ball knocked loose.
Jared Pierce. Jared Pierce.
Now that.
Well, you hear some people hollering his
somebody
force
said
out.
that, hey, he had enough time, but the ball was kicked away. Was it?
I don't. Well, I had a pretty good look. I had a pretty good look at it right here, and an argument from Lyndon May. No argument though from Jared
Well,
Pierce.
here comes the coach from Henry Clay.
Yeah,
I want to talk
Jordan
to. So,
Terrence. And here's the thing. No argument from Jared Pierce tells me the mitt did not hit the plate with the ball in it, and Arflack on the slide actually.
he's saying that it's from
Well,
the transfer.
I saw the play at the beginning because I mean I'm sitting right here behind home plate, so I got a really good look at this.
I'm thinking Henry Clay's probably right. The only reason why I say that, and forgive me, Western Hills fan, is he was in the process of throwing the ball to another base, but Western Hills going to win the call.
Well, I will tell you this: the ball was in the mitt, yes, but he wasn't secure in the mitt. It was moving around in there.
Well,
You see what I'm saying? It was, and he was
but
trying to
how
find
do you
it.
see that with all the dirt around?
No, I'm talking about the transfer. The ball was moving around. He was trying to get it secured in his mitt.
No, he
and it
had
was-
his hand in his mitt getting ready to throw down the first.
No, the ball was up on his arm.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I had a really
Go
good
back
look
and
at it.
But,
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying it was a tough call on
Let's
the
just be
umpire
honest,
too.
It could have went either way.
I
and
agree.
It ended up
I
going
agree.
Western Hills' way.
Now, if I was in the gentleman's shoes down here behind the plate, I may have called it the other way.
Yeah.
Or I may have called it the same way. I don't know.
I mean, we're calling this down even. Darren says Henry Clay, or Darren says Western Hills. I say Henry Clay.
Actually, I'm saying I saw the ball moving, and I couldn't tell if his hand was on top of it. It looked like the ball was on his wrist.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
I'll just say he was reaching, trying to find it, and it actually rolled up on his wrist.
Let's give the benefit of the doubt
To the man in
home
blue.
plate umpire.
Yeah, we can't say blue anymore because they seem to be wearing black all the time anymore, these umpires.
Yeah, well, they're so blue.
Yeah, I agree.
Navy blue. It's not black.
Yeah. That looks black for me, man.
No, that's navy blue.
I actually have 4 eyes that can tell you that.
That's navy blue, man.
Okay, I hope you're right, but it sure looks black for me. But we'll agree to disagree. How about that? Boy, a nice piece of hitting from Burge.
Another run coming in for the Western Hills Wolverines, and they are working here.
Actually, yeah, it was Burge. I tell you what, we hope Cameron Barton is okay. But Burge has come in, has gone 2 for 2.
Yeah.
How about that?
There's England coming up to the plate.
And we really do. We really hope that we haven't gotten any report on the young man from Western Hills. In case you missed it, in the bottom of the first inning, Cameron Barton on a ball hit by Cam Dacey went face first into the left-handed or into the left center field fence. And if you look in your screen there, just to the left, just to the right of that tree that you see there.
We do got a new pitcher out
New
there,
pitcher.
so-
And who's the pitcher? We'll have to wait until he turns his back because
Well,
they
let's
don't have
step
numbers
out
on the
for a
front.
minute.
All right, do that.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life.
Kayeski, the new pitcher for the Blue Devils, is stepping in for the Western Hills Wolverine is England.
You know, since I've been doing college games here the last 3 years, we get cards with tough pronunciations for names.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in high schools, we do not get that. You should have seen the scrambling up here in the press box. The PA announcer, you and I.
Him and them. And
and then all of a sudden somebody from down in the Henry Clay section actually shouted out the pronunciation.
Yeah, make sure you turn us up good, man.
Oh, my bad, man. I'm used to my partner in Georgetown not wanting it so loud. Then I get Mike Calvert, who's somewhere in the middle, and you and Gary.
Me and Gary like to rock the house. Though.
You want it
loud. Be loud.
You want it loud enough where 2 hours later when I go home with you guys, I still have you guys ringing in my ears.
That's right. We want you to remember it. Energy.
I try to.
England at the plate, looks at that pitch, outside corner.
Was a good pitch.
It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning of play. Hey, it's William Warfield alongside with Darren Douglas.
Good. You call me Double D. Gary Ball likes to call me D squared.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of fond of the D squared one.
I don't know, man. Double D, Darren Douglas. I'm double
well,
W. Double W.
Well,
it don't sound as good.
No, it doesn't.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1
I was trying
out.
to figure out what I'd call you when with both your initials.
I think the King of Stream is kind of.
Gary Ball dubbed you that. I had a
curveball misses.
I had a Happy Chandler. I asked him how he got his nickname, and everybody that knew Happy in his lifetime, he was jovial, loved to laugh, loved to have a good time. And I asked him how he got the nickname, and he said, well, if they'd called me Stinky, it would have stuck. So,
bases loaded, big pitch here, and that ball lifted out to right center, making a play out there to Womack. And
boy,
tagging.
Nice throw.
We'll have a tag to third as well. Everybody's safe. Run crosses the play for Western Hills. And they just continue to add on. those Roberts Insurance runs.
They're up 5-1 now, William.
Whew. They have certainly brought it, Darren.
They really have, and now it's Tyler Anglin and now Teddy Emberton up, and I think we'll keep it to ourselves unless that young lady wants to tell Teddy himself.
Teddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants to be Miss Emberton. Wow, I still can't get over that.
Yeah, Emberton, yeah, you're right. He's up there. Natasha says she wants to be Miss Emberton.
Natasha, we have to remember that. Natasha, you've got me blushing up here.
That pitch in there for a strike. Well, he's got an opportunity here to do a on solo, if you will.
Anybody that knows me, pretty tough to make me blush.
The Lifesaver's ready at the plate. Waving the wand. There's the delivery. Down low.
Good pitch.
1-1.
Tell you what, Chayefsky's come in and thrown some nice balls. Having trouble right now a little bit with his release point on his breaking pitch. When he's thrown his breaking pitch, it's been up.
Emberton ready to roll. Chayefsky delivers. That ball drilled but fouled down the first base line.
Headed over there to the hospitality tent. Hello.
Somebody's getting a baseball.
Keep you awake over there. Tell you what, if you haven't been to Lafayette since they've redone this area of this athletic complex here with the tennis courts and the baseball field and the football, soccer / lacrosse field next to us, it's something else. And I've been coming up here a lot of years. Good pitch. Boy, he just missed with that one. Good pitch. Coming up here, and actually the football field backed up to the baseball field here, but was flipped.
This becomes the most important pitch for Henry Clay of the night. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out.
Deuces are wild.
Yahtzee.
And the move
that's close to a balk.
Well, the move, actually, that's that step towards third, look back to first move, and they almost had the runner moving from first. And that was
there's the pitch.
That's Burge.
Curveball. Did he go? Safe. No, they said he did not go.
Again, he just missed to the outside corner. And Emberton somehow was able to check his swing.
Full count.
4 runs across here in the inning for Western Hills.
They lit it up here.
Got a couple of hits in this inning, too.
Top of the 4th.
Strike 3 call. Yep, good pitch.
Yes, that was a big pitch for Henry Clay. So Emberton goes down on strikes.
He's hit 9 to the plate in that inning.
9, yep. 4 runs across the plate, no errors. Well, was there an error on Henry Clay? Did they credit an error? No.
Just base on balls kill the Devils there.
All right, we'll be right back, folks. 5-1 Western Hills.
Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
My team is made up of guards and forwards.
Offense and defense.
All working together as a unit.
One mission, one goal.
But no matter how high we're ranked,
no matter what the results,
there's one team we'll never beat.
The sports medicine team at UK Healthcare. The top sports medicine physicians, surgeons, and athletic trainers you'll find anywhere, you'll find here.
When it comes to
Here.
Bottom of the 4th we go. That's better. Bottom of the 4th. Henry Clay coming up to bat. And we had people asking about Barton.
We're trying to find out.
Trying to find out, yeah.
but due to the privacy laws and things, might be a little tough to find out. We'll find out if he's okay.
If he's okay, we'll let you
and
know.
they're keeping him out for precautionary reasons and things like that. But they won't tell us exactly what's wrong.
We know what's wrong. He hit the wall.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they won't tell us what kind of injury, if anything.
There's a shot right back to the pitcher. One hopper. Fires over to first. Got him. One up, one down for Henry Clay. That was Mallory. Is it Mallory?
Malloy.
So Malloy grounds back out the pitcher. And that, it's going to bring up the top of the lineup. Here's Dunn.
Good news for Henry Clay. They went still a long way to go in this one.
Yeah, you still got a long way to go.
You know, once this inning's complete, you still got four swings at it.
You're facing a Western Hills team that means business right now.
Well, they're playing with confidence.
Going to be a base hit there for Dunn as he's on. Takes a wide turnover at first.
He was called out on strikes back in the first.
And he's going to bring up Womack to the plate.
Casey Womack also one of those players that's been on the field quite a bit in his career for Henry Clay.
Yeah. Womack digging in. That pitch in there. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Got a lot of you.
Yeah. Again, my good buddy Kevin keeps me on my toes. He's texting me. We gave you the third one. Mac Whitaker is number 2 over at Harrison County with almost 1,100 wins. And the guy on top is down in Louisville. A guy by the name of Bill Miller in Pleasure Ridge Park.
PRP, yep.
So there's 3, and I'll give you the trivia question here again for tonight from the first semifinal in just a minute.
Snap throw down the first. Safe.
Trivia question tonight is we actually gave you Henry Clay last night. We've given some pretty good trivia questions. I have to admit, even though I'm tooting my own horn.
That pitch is going to hit him. So Womack on, hit by pitch.
So runners on, 2 on with 1 out here for the Blue Devils.
Thompson, number 3 hitter in the lineup. Boo, boo, Thompson.
You might hear the Henry Clay faithful boo. They're not booing him.
Boo, boo,
well, they are, because his nickname is Boo, but it's in a loving way from the Blue Devil faithful down the right field line.
Yeah. Boo.
And here shows the experience of Jesse Howard, the catcher for Western Hills. Even though Parker Jackson is a senior, he walked out to the mound to calm his pitcher down.
Yeah, one of my friends went by the name of Boo at Henry Clay.
Boo?
Yep. That was his name. He was straight out of Woodhill.
Fun. Fun.
Yep. I used to live over in Woodhill a long time ago.
As a matter of fact, that's 5 minutes from Henry Clay High School's campus.
Yeah, right. Yep.
On a good day with no traffic.
Well, when I lived in Lexington, I lived over in Woodhill, and also lived right over there off of Richmond Road.
They're close to Henry Clay?
Yeah, right next to Henry Clay.
Yeah, you could have walked to school.
We had a little townhouse over there.
There you go. Well, was this when you were in high school or after?
Yeah, that was my freshman year.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you walked to school then, didn't you?
Then I ended up going to Jessamine County.
Then you walked yeah. And we did say Jessamine County because he and I are both old enough to remember one high school over in Nicholasville.
Yep. Thompson.
That just seems like yesterday it was just one high school.
Yeah. That was back in '98 when they split.
Yeah, so it's what, 18 years ago?
Yep.
Doesn't seem like it's been that long. Wow. My, how time flies when you're having fun. Well, we've known each other since you got into the streaming business for, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that?
I think you and I met 9 years ago, 2007.
So it's been, we've been in some interesting areas, that's for sure.
First time I met you was over at Rim Company, actually.
Yep.
You come in selling radio ads. I was working there as marketing at the time.
Boy, he got away with a pitch there Parker Jackson did just now, a hanging breaking pitch to Thompson, and he just got under it.
5-1 is our score, folks. Western Hills had a big top of the fourth. Henry Clay trying to have a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the fourth.
Third. We're only in the third.
Is it the third?
Yeah, we're only in the
what
third.
Am I thinking?
I have no idea. You've been at a lot of ballparks in the past.
Man, it's too much baseball.
10 years.
Well,
not only football fields, but soccer fields. I
bet you I've done more baseball games than you have this one.
I'll guarantee you have.
Well, I know I have.
I guarantee you.
I've done all the Lexington Legend home games except for the last two this week.
Guarantee you. I actually did try out for the PA job a couple of years ago when it came open. Yeah.
And make you read Albert Pujols' name off the roster.
I'm not worried about Albert Pujols. I know how to pronounce that.
Gutierrez.
I'm not. There are some Hispanic names that are doozies.
Hard to,
yes, sir.
Yeah, especially in the minors.
Yes. Oh boy, you're not lying. Oh, good pitch from Jackson.
That was the nasty Darren Douglas.
Actually looked like he took a lot off of his fastball there. May have been some kind of a changeup, but a nice pitch on the inner half, and he tied up Cam Dacey there a little bit.
Yeah, that was some nasty stuff right there. That was so nasty. He better not bring that home. Here we go. That pitch way outside. Just a bit outside.
I think Wes McLean just saying hi.
Yeah, he just wants to tell you hi.
Okay.
What's up, man?
Wow. You and I, when we do the middle school football state championships, which take place here in Lexington, it's been Lafayette, it's been at Lexington Catholic, it's been at Bryan Station the last few years. We get some interesting Twitter messages. Nice pitch.
Yep, another swing for the fence there, and couldn't catch up with it. Of course, that was a.
It was a slider, looked like, from
slider,
Jackson,
a breaking ball, or something.
Well, he drops down a little bit, and that gives it a little bit more bite to it. And
that was the toughest pitch for me to catch, was that and the knuckleball, the slider and the knuckleball.
Well, if you ask my mother, when I got to the high school level, every pitch was tough for me to handle at the plate. She said you were better on the mound.
Well, no, I was talking about behind the plate.
Oh, when you were a catcher?
Yeah.
That's why I was glad I was a left-handed pitcher. Only had 5 positions I could play. First, pitch, all 3 outfields. Too slow to play in the outfield, though. I'm talking foot-wise, Kevin, before you text me. I'm talking foot-wise. I didn't have very good speed. I had decent speed, but not great speed.
Again, runners on first and second for the Blue Devils, 2 out.
Oh, man alive.
Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
And Western Hills continues their defensive, just amazing performance so far right now.
So far,
by Western
they're
Hills.
playing like a team, though, that has nothing to lose. They're very focused, very loose. We saw them loose in the pregame. They were dancing when some of the music was being played. So,
well, yeah, I was questioning. I was like, man, Henry Clay's all business over on their sideline, and then Western Hills was all fun and games.
There's something to be said about relaxing and enjoying yourself. And you played enough sports to know that if you get too tight or you're focused so much on your job at hand that you can get so wired and tight that you don't play up to your capabilities. And that might be right now what's going on with Henry Clay. Because they left some guys, left some runners on base that are, it could be a little bit different look to this game right now. But right now, you just by some of the body language you see with some of the Henry Clay players, you see, I don't want to say doubt, but you see some concern from the Henry Clay players on the field. And as a coach, that's one of the things you look for is that, and it kind of bothers you if you see it at times.
Yeah. Whoa.
Keeping you awake, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, no. This.
Hey, if you think you've had a tough time at the age you are, wait till you get Gary's age.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you.
You'll be ready for the nursing home, won't you?
I didn't think that guy was that old. He's not that old.
He's a little bit younger. He's a little bit older than me, and he's people that have heard Gary and I and you do games, and Matt, my good friend Matt Calvert. Mac and Gary were college buddies, and I used to kid Sheila. I said, Sheila, if you ever get tired of Mac, you got Gary Ball to blame for because he hooked you up. Gary Ball actually introduced Matt Calvert to his wife Sheila.
Yep.
So if there was any pitfalls in that marriage over 35 years, Sheila, Gary Ball's the man to blame. Actually, you know what? And Mac, here's how close we are. You and I have done many games. We've gone to Pennsylvania. Gosh, where else have we gone?
Everywhere, man.
Yeah, you know.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you know, sorry about that. Every night at this time at 10 o'clock, every night, well, a little bit before 10, the internet refreshes here, and it sends a whole new set of IP addresses, that type of thing. So, and it's just to keep hackers out and that type of thing. But anyway, we break up at 10 o'clock every night, it seems like, over here at Lafayette. But anyway, we're
we
back.
just want to play mind games with you is what we wanted to do.
You've got the play call, Darren. Go ahead.
This is your end.
Well, we're going to give it over to you. I got to make sure we're good here.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Parker Jackson at the plate for Western Hills. His running buddy for Western Hills in the 1 and 2 slots. They've been there all year long. Thomas Bennett called out on strikes to lead off here the 4th as Western Hills batted around. They sent 9 to the plate in the 3rd inning. A 4-run inning for the Wolverines that broke a 1-1 tie. So 1 out, a 2-2 count to Parker Jackson, who's 0 for 1. He grounded to the second baseman, Dunn, back in the 1st, and walked and scored in the 3rd. He pops this one up to the left side. McAnally back about 3 steps onto the grass into the outfield. Makes the catch. 1 gone. Or, excuse me, 2 outs in the inning. Brings up now the catcher, Jesse Howard. Howard is 1 for 2. He singled back in the 1st inning and struck out in the 3rd. Now we got Dylan Tackett trying to play matchmaker here. Emailing us. So 5 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Western Hills. 1 run, 4 hit, and an error for Henry Clay. Just missing inside with a breaking pitch. Nearly picked off Jesse Howard. One ball, no strikes to Howard. Howard has 1 of the 4 Western Hills hits. A big 4-run second gives the Wolverines that 4-run cushion. This one popped out of play to the right side. Dunn and Malloy went over there and took a look at it. I always love watching William, first baseman, play because that's where I played most of my baseball career. And Boo, he took about 2 steps, said, I'm not running that far. It's way out of play. Boo, I don't blame you, buddy. I'd have done the same thing. The 1-1 now to Howard on the outside corner, a fastball. A ball and 2 strikes with 2 men out here in the Western Hills 4th inning. And what's interesting about the 4th inning, Henry Clay looking for their first 1-2-3 inning. And they get it. A breaking pitch, and Howard swings over the top of it. A 1-2-3 top of the 4th for Henry Clay. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We move to the bottom of the 4th. 5-1, Western Hills here in Lexington, and we'll just keep it right here, William. Got a couple of
I'm trying to answer everybody.
Well, I got some friends of mine also texting me asking how the 11th Region softball tournament semifinals went today. Well, folks, in Richmond, if you are anywhere near, I don't care if you're a Madison Southern fan, I don't care if you're a Madison Central fan, or a Berea fan, or just a fan of high school sports in general, be in Richmond tomorrow at Madison Central High School. I believe the game time is 6 o'clock. The number 3 team in the state of Kentucky, Scott County, after a 3-0 victory over Madison Southern, takes on the number 5 team in Kentucky in Woodford County Also, a 3-0 winner over the host Madison Central Lady Indians. So everybody who thought back in the 11th region, William, or actually across this area of the state, thought that might be the region championship game, you got it. And I believe this is the 4th year in a row that Scott County and Woodford County have met for the 11th region championship. Actually, it's the 3rd year. Scott County has won. They've won. One each of the
baseball?
For softball.
Oh, softball.
They're matching up tomorrow. Be the 3rd straight year these two schools have met. They have played 2 classics.
Yeah.
In the 11th region championship game the last 2 years.
Well, you know, the
expect
pitcher,
the same tomorrow night.
The Woodford County pitcher, she told us that she wants Scott County again, man.
And I tell you what, get there early, folks, because parking close to the softball field, very limited.
Yeah.
You may have to walk a while to get if you don't get there early. But I'm telling you what, if you're not here tomorrow night for this game, you might want to be over in Richmond tomorrow night because that game is going to be a good one.
Yes.
They actually hooked up earlier in the year. Woodford County goes in 27-2. Scott County, I think, is like 29-2 or 30-2. First pitch swinging is Wilson, and he's thrown out.
Can't remember Western Hills this good except for some of the JT Riddle.
Well, the JT Riddle, his senior year, they were very good, and I got to see him play 3 times back in those days. So 1 man out, and Jackson calls Howard, his battery mate, out to the mound. So anyway, I'm giving that a plug. So Brandon Fritz, the athletic director over at Madison Central, be prepared for a big crowd because I'm telling you now, Scott County will bring half of Georgetown with them. The other half will be here to watch their baseball team play.
Yeah.
Versailles will be vacant tomorrow night. There'll be a ton going from Versailles to watch the Lady Jackets play. So get there early. It'll be well worth your trip to Richmond.
Well worth it.
Ground ball to the left side over the head of Wheatley at third base into left field. So Ryder is 1 for 2. He grounded into a fielder's choice. Actually, he singled back in the second inning. So Ryder is 2 for 2, the designated hitter for the Blue Devils. So there you go for all the folks that are. I've got the same. It's all that moisture and the ice that have been on the. Yeah. Because I had the same problem too. This one lifted in the air to center field by McAnally. Almost in his tracks is Tyler Anglin. 2 gone. So, girls 11th region championship game set. Number 3 against number 2 or number 5 in the state.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I went back to say they met back in the opening game of the season, and it was a high-scoring affair and a classic, 7-6. Cardinals win that one to start the year. 1 of 2 losses for Woodford County. Swing and a miss by Pierce. He's 0 for 1. Actually, he's 1 for 1. He singled back in the second inning, and then his courtesy runner was thrown out at second base trying to steal. On a nice play by this Wolverine second baseman, Cameron Graves, I should say. Can't read my own writing. Isn't it terrible when you can't read your own writing?
Right like a doctor, I know.
Yeah. 0-2 to Pierce. Ground ball, second base. Graves with it. Shovels it to the shortstop inning, covering inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, and after 4 complete here in Lexington, it's Western Hills 5-1 over Henry Clay. Going to take a break here, Mr. Warfield?
We do need to take a...
Going to take a break to hear from our fine sponsors here on PrepSpin.com.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky. And all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Yep.
Back to Lafayette High School here in Lexington. Darren Douglas along with William Warfield. Gary Ball, of course, playing his USTA tennis match tonight over here in Lexington. He had game number 1, a 6-3 victory for the Cardinals of Scott County over Lexington Catholic, which, William, to be honest with you, outside of the Lexington rivalries with the public schools and things, Scott County Catholic might be the best overall sports rivalry in the 11th region.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
The Scott County Lexington Catholic rivalry might be the best overall sports.
Scott County Lexington Catholic?
Yeah.
No. I think
in the 11th region is what I'm talking about.
In the 11th region, I don't think so. I think you're, I think you still got a big rivalry. Henry Clay, Bryan Station.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but I'm just talking about it in every sport that it seems to be the one in the 11th region that takes center stage when they get together in any sport, male and female.
There's an LCA in Lexington Catholic, even more so than Scott County Lexington Catholic.
Arflack now ahead in the count, 3-0. And what's the young man's name again? I can't. Pronunciation skips me.
I'm gonna get the headset over here to Josh.
Okay, we'll do that. I'll talk with
the
Josh.
Lexington Herald leader, see what's going on with him. And
between you, me, and Josh, if we can't find out if the young man is okay from Western Hills, then something's wrong.
We got fans wanting Josh on.
There you go. We'll take him. 2-1 now to Arflack as the scoreboard catches up here. And Josh, I've been doing this a long time. I should know better than trust a scoreboard operator, especially in baseball.
Yeah, we got a good. We
I had 3-0 up there a minute ago. Now it's 3-2. So, and I looked up and it was 2-1. I was like, where'd that 3-0 go? The pitch inside, ball 4, and this is the bugaboo, Josh, that has been for Henry Clay tonight. The base on balls.
Yeah, they're and they brought this kid in. He came up from the JV team about halfway through the year, and he's had a really good stretch down, or been really good down the stretch, I should say. Tough go for Henry Clay. I thought, I was telling William coming in, I thought we were going to have all 42nd final here at the 11th region.
It looked like it, yeah.
Western Hills has played really good baseball, though. I mean, they've had a record year for them. So.
Scott County's played real well in this tournament as well, and and I'm encouraging everybody to come out here tomorrow night, irregardless of the matchup, because it's going to be a really good one either way it goes. However, that one over in Richmond, 11th Region girls softball, number 3 and number 5.
Yeah, that's hard to pass up.
That's a state tournament game right there.
Well, it is. I mean, it really is. You're looking. I mean, softball's so, in this state is so tough because your separation between your number 1 and number 15 is still pretty wide there. But your ones and fives, I mean, that you're looking at some good teams, and you've got 2 of the best, going at it tomorrow.
Yeah, number 3 and number 5, and who would have thought they would reside right here in the 11th region?
Absolutely, and they they opened the season, and
had a dandy game. Yeah,
so
I was actually at that. I was actually at that ball game, and they had a nice crowd over there in Versailles that night. So I expect a big one over there tomorrow night. And I've warned our good buddy Brandon Fritz over there at Madison Central, the host athletic director. It's going to be wild.
Oh yeah, that'll be a great game, and it felt good to see Madison Central go on and kind of get to the semifinals there. They put together a great year under the radar.
They did.
So,
and they actually handed Woodford County one of their 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting. And this one's going to be a good one tomorrow night, whether it be Henry Clay, who maybe comes back and wins this one, or if Western Hills can hold on against the Cardinals of Sky County tomorrow night.
You brought up the crowd. I don't think you have to worry about the crowd tomorrow. I
No.
think either way, especially if Western Hills gets in, that'll be history in the 11th. Neither one of those teams has never advanced here, so we got a home run.
Etherington actually hit that one. It short hopped the fence. Yeah, short hopped the fence, but that thing kept carrying. I didn't think he got it very good. And
but what'd you think about that the ball that got over in the first game?
I wasn't here. I was actually on the road driving, trying to get here, and when I got here, heard
Yeah, third baseman Ryan Hannibach hit it, and he told me he didn't think it had a chance.
Really?
when he let go of it, he didn't think it was making it.
Yeah. Etherington with a double here is now second and third with one man out here in the Western Hills 5th inning, and they have really hit the ball hard. They only have 5 hits, but they've hit, even some of their outs have been hit hard. And then probably the softest ball hit, and this is a bad decision by center fielder Casey Womack. Had no chance really of getting Arflack, who runs pretty well for a big guy. And they allow the hitter Burge, who's 3 for 3, the pinch hitter, real quick. Josh coming in for the injured Barton. It's 3 for 3.
Well, I was getting ready to say I missed that. I'd kind of got here late. I had to write my first story, but he's playing as well as you'd want for a guy that came in cold.
I didn't know he was going to be here in this position. Josh, of course, works for the Herald Leader. And the first question somebody would have, we've been around each other for a little while this season, but how's it feel to fill some big shoes in Mike Fields?
Oh, it's I've not heard that but 500 times by now this year, but it's been great. I mean, I really don't think it could have went any better as far as teams being really responsive to what I'm doing and really engaging and really getting excited about me carry on what Mike built. I mean, Mike built the foundation. I'm just putting some new blocks up.
There you go. Well, and the thing is too, you got your own blog, right? You do blog?
Yeah, it's
give our fans out there how to get in touch with you on that.
Oh yeah, well we it's called a blog. It's more just like it's like a separate section from our high school sports section, but that's on Kentucky.com. It's pretty easy to find. We launched a redesign a few about 5 or 6 months ago and made the site a lot easier to navigate, in my opinion, and I think that's been the case for most people. And then on Twitter at HL Preps, that's I would recommend
pretty
that.
Easy.
That's my number one go-to for people wanting to get in touch with me. I'm constantly on my phone, so this is probably the most I've been away from it here in the past 5 minutes today.
And looks like we're going to get a meeting here. I don't know if Coach Torrance is going to make a pitching change here, but Western Hills, since we've been talking to you, has played 3 more runs, and Tyler Anglin's having a pretty good 11th region tournament. He hits the 2-run game-winning home run in the bottom of the 6th inning last night. Gets a 2 RBI single here, so Western Hills playing carefree and easy. But, Josh, what has been your biggest adjustment as being the number 1 writer for high school sports in Central Kentucky? Not only just Lexington, but you go to other counties as well.
Yeah, we try. I mean, and especially in football or in basketball season, because those things are always kind of your torch bearers for attention in this state and in most states. Really try to hit everybody that we can in the state. But for me, the biggest adjustment was I worked at the paper for 5 or 6 years before taking this job, kind of behind the scenes. And I'm a pretty good people person, but the biggest adjustment was just coming in. I found out. We found out Mike was retiring, and then he had 1 week left. It was the final week of the baseball season. So I went out with him, and I'd never done reporting before. I didn't do journalism in college, and I kind of just slid right in and got to it. The first thing I did was the girls' All-Star game, the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star game. So
oh wow!
I got thrown into that and covered a few things through the summer and.
My philosophy is, though, Josh, and you got a great gig there with the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star game, and why start out in the outhouse when you can start out in the penthouse?
Well, yeah, I mean, and I've said this many times, but I very much value the decision that everyone made to put their faith in me, because I clearly had demonstrated something as far as the things I had been doing, and I feel like I've demonstrated pretty well that they made a good decision. They rolled the dice and it came up when.
Well, to do anything good, you have to take a chance.
Oh yeah.
And anything, to be honest with you.
Well, it's like Western Hills out here. I mean, they come in program best record this season, and you don't. You don't come in here without trying to play a little bit of your game and doing, laying it on the line. I mean, I think they were probably, had a better record, but not thought of as the favorite in this game, and it's clearly, played out a little bit differently in paper.
Well, again, it's one of those things. And Josh, I actually read your articles online. I don't get a chance to sit down and read a newspaper. But
you're not alone in that.
And I will say I've enjoyed many of your articles so far, and we hope you have a long career, just similar to Mike Fields. Of course, it's kind of tough to follow a legend.
Yeah, let's get through my first year before we think about going 40, like Mike did. But we'll keep chugging along. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for me at the paper.
Hey, Josh, William Warfield here with you, and just want to tell you, man, just outstanding job that you do. I'm a huge fan of yours. I don't know how, if you know how big of a fan I am of yours, but for you to come in and just to hit this thing running and people always ask you, I'm sure, what's it like to fill those shoes. My friend, you are filling those shoes. Mike Fields is a Hall of Famer, a legend. Don't get me wrong, but you are filling those shoes, my friend.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's been, I've actually been kind of surprised that I've not had, more people complain about the changes, because there have been a few. I've done a few things differently than Mike used to do, but we've also carried on kind of a lot of the things. Like I said, he laid the foundation, and I built. I'm just putting some new blocks on top of what he built. That was awesome, because you don't come into something like this, worried, because you got to do it. It's
right.
We had to cover high schools. It was funny when Mike retired. People thought we were going to stop covering high school sports.
Yeah.
And that's that was never the case. And I'm happy to keep carrying that torch. Let's just hope I don't get any water on it. That's all.
Here's just a tweet that we just got in. Brennan Huff tweets this out. He says, "Way to go, Josh. He's the Vin Scully of high school baseball in the Twitter world." Says best coverage of high school baseball he's ever seen.
Well, that's some mighty kind praise, Brendan. I appreciate that. I don't, I just try. I'm trying to do. I think people. I try my best to bring people to the experience. I mean, you can't. There's so many people, and you're doing the same thing with PrepSpin, William. I think, people are bringing their entertainments to their home as much as they can. I mean, there's a lot of people at the game, and I hope people. If I had my way, every game would be packed. That's just simply not the case, though. I mean, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of time it takes. I mean, you're looking $5 to get in here. So for a family of 5, that stuff racks up pretty quick.
And the best cheeseburgers ever. They got the best cheeseburgers.
Well, they
have you
smell
tried,
really
have you
good.
tried
I ain't
one?
had one, but they smell really good.
We're going to get you hooked up. We'll get you a free one here in a minute. But they've been bringing free food up here all day. But man, you have done an outstanding job and continue to do so. And you're getting ready to hit the 1 year, like you said, the Indiana-Kentucky All-Star game. It's coming up here pretty soon, I believe, on the 12th.
Yep. In Louisville, there at Bellarmine. I think it's going to be tough, for the Kentucky boys, but and girls. But especially that girl. I mean, that Indiana women's class is really strong. But Kentucky's producing a lot of good women's talent too.
Yeah.
Especially this sophomore getting ready to be junior class coming in. I think people are going to be should be really aware of how great that class is going to be. Several, I mean, not just top prospects, but you're talking top, like Connecticut level talent coming through the ranks there. So.
Well, I can't let you go without bringing this up. I saw your tweet about your prom picture with the big orange truck. Talk to me about that, man.
Well, so my
classic.
My family. I come from a family of coal truck drivers. So that was my uncle. He had a trucking business, and asked him. It might have been only like 4 or 5 days before prom, and he's like, well, we're going to have this, we'll have one available, but it's going to be on a job the night before. So actually, me and my best friend, still to this day, went and watched it that morning. It was probably 1:00 p.m. We spiffed it up and made it all look real nice, and I went and got my tux and ran back and picked up my date, and we drove. It was probably 3 miles, but 3 miles in mountain roads is more like 10.
Yeah.
So I drove it into the Sheldon Clark, right in front of Sheldon Clark, parked it, and had a crazy date who was willing to hop out of it. So.
I was like, man, that's Josh right there. That's a classic move. But Josh, man, again, just can't say enough about how great you are, man. You're a blessing in high school sports. I hear people talking about you all the time. I'm kind of, I'm jealous a little bit, so to speak, because you've come in and you've put out a heck of a product out there, and I think you brought in a new audience with all the digital stuff that you've done. You've reached out to a lot of these younger kids where they look for you all the time. And,
yeah, well,
that's a big thing.
That for me was a big deal. Was trying to engage people who we might have lost, somewhere between the transition from the paper to online. I mean, you lose a lot of people without even trying to or thinking about it. And I'm trying to tap into an audience that clearly wants this stuff but maybe doesn't know how to get it. So if I can use Twitter to get people to go visit the website a little bit, that's great. I mean, I produce a lot of free content for people, and if it leads them to one person buys a subscription, out of my whatever it is followers, it's I've done my job. I feel like I'm doing something good for everybody. And you speak about doing being jealous. You guys put out a great product. I mean, you guys are doing something, like I said, the same, sort of thing. You're engaging people in a way that is, connecting them to something they want to be connected to, but maybe they didn't know how they could even connect themselves to it before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technology, with the way everything's advanced nowadays, it's so easy to get into people's houses, that they've got it ready. And, 5 years ago, we wouldn't have dreamed of where we are now. Same thing with all digital media. It's just a whole different world out there, and you're either ahead of the curve or with it, or people are going to pass you by, I guess.
Yeah, that's the truth. And you
happen to be ahead of the curve, though. I just want you to know that we feel like we are too, and Western Hills certainly is tonight in this ball game, 9-1.
They've found something good here, and. You feel good for these guys though, because they come in program best record, and I think they came in as the underdogs, and and they're kind of forgotten up there. You got Franklin County and Frankfort, dominating the headlines. I mean, that's certainly the case with us throughout basketball and football season, and here's Western Hills all of a sudden turning into a possible 11th region champion.
Yeah, it very well could be. They're going to have a tough test tomorrow if they move on tonight, which they should. Matter of fact, another 2 runs, and this thing could be a run rule if Henry Clay don't score in the bottom of the inning. So,
well, and that's definitely not a given. I tell you what, Henry Clay now, they've got themselves a big hole to dig out of. But I think if there's a team, at least if the team's left in the 11th region, I almost would trust Henry Clay more than any of them to dig themselves out, because they down the stretch they got themselves in a lot of holes in the regular season, and found a way to they found a jetpack at the bottom and came out.
All right, just hope it's not the same internet jetpack that we've been using.
Have y'all been having some issues?
But yeah, every now and then. 10 o'clock every night for the last 2 nights it kind of goes. But we're good. We're good.
You brought up classic Josh kind of. I thought I liked that comment because something if anyone's out, whoever's listening, I think part of what success I've had is I don't take myself that seriously. I'm doing something a lot of people would love to have this job that I have. Yeah. Why should I be a stuffy, stuck up kind of nose in a corner? Just why not have fun and engage and let people be as available to people as I can be. I mean, I can't be everywhere. I can't contact everybody, but I do try my best to be as many places and keep in touch with as many people as I can, and have fun. That's I think that's a good advice for anything, whatever field you're in.
Absolutely. I seen you. You know, we ran into each other outside of Fayette County, over in my hometown, Jessamine County there, and you know, just the way that the coaches interact with you. They know that you're just this happy, you know, sports guy that is there, and you're certainly led by the passion. You can tell, and you know, what you read is all passion, I think. And just again, man, I can't tell you enough. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, I appreciate that, William. And it's you know, it's great to have a good, you know, we have a great, I think, city for as far as personalities go, you know, in the media. I think, you know, and especially in the high school side, people, you know, don't get to see a lot of that because we're all kind of working with each other a lot. But, but you know, it's fun. It's a, you know, you can't beat sitting here paid, cutting it up with you guys and watching a baseball game. I mean,
yeah.
You know, how can you complain?
No, you can't. You can't at all. I mean, you get out there, and plus the product that's here in the 11th region and the 12th region, you know, to our south just a little bit is probably, you know, some of the best baseball, basketball, and certainly the best basketball in my opinion. Probably, you know, you got a good fight for baseball too, year in and year out.
Oh yeah, goodness! Baseball's probably the most talent, just top to bottom. You know, just pure talent. But you know,
the 42nd, 43rd is packed, right? I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, and that's the, you know, I love the way we have everything set up. It's awesome that, you know, you have every region represented. You know, every part of the state has its champion come out and play for state. But it is tough to come out of the 11th region. Yeah. And it's tough to come out of even just both districts. You know. So you feel for those teams that, like a Tate's Creek, gets beat in the first round of the district tournament and probably could have won the state tournament if they'd just been, you know, allowed in.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's almost, you know, it kind of sucks, to be honest with you, that, you know, so many of these teams have to go home that only one gets to come out of here. And, you know.
Well, something I'd like to see, you know, I would be, you know, and I don't know whether I'm in the minority or, you know, 50-50 in this position, but I'd like to see, you know, not even maybe just baseball, but especially in baseball, maybe eliminate the district tournaments and do the double elimination region tournament. Yeah, maybe you do 12, maybe you do 16, but do a double elimination in the region, and you know, because you can give these teams a chance to because baseball is such a game where if, well, you know, it's like that home run that Scott County had in the first game. That one swing takes changes things so much that it's like, you know, that doesn't happen in basketball. I mean, you'll have a dunk. Teams get pumped, maybe go on a 10-0 run, but you can come back from that pretty quickly if you've got a team that's pretty talented. You can have a talented baseball team. It's hard to come down from 6-1 in the bottom of the 7th. It don't matter how good you are.
Yeah, you're right. Bases are going to be juiced again here for Western Hills as we continue to move on. I'm going to get the play-by-play back over here to Darren Douglas, but, man, it's always a pleasure catching up with you. And again, you're filling those shoes. You've already done it, my friend, and you're making your own mark now, and that's a good thing.
Hey, trying. You know,
yes, sir.
We'll keep it rolling. Appreciate it so much.
Appreciate you.
Josh Moore, the Herald leader, with us, and I tell you, is he going to stay on color with me over here? We'll do that.
Yeah, we'll try.
We've missed a whole lot of action on the field here. We've got a pitching change. The new pitcher for Henry Clay is Ben Ryder. And like the couple of guys before him, Josh, base on balls, the first batter he faces.
Yeah, it's these guys keep coming
it's like
into
a snowball
situations, and what is it? No outs.
Yeah, 2 outs, and then Western Hills for the second time tonight has actually sent 9 men to the plate. This is number 10 in Arflack. He's the guy who got this inning started. He walked and scored, leading off the top half here of the 5th inning for Western Hills, and 2 4-run innings. And I say 2 4-run innings so far here in the 5th. A hit right here could play possibly 2 of any distance.
Yeah, you don't want to hit here if you're Henry Clay, because then you're putting yourself in a spot where your season comes down to that final, you know, those 3 outs in the 5th all of a sudden.
Pretty good fastball there from Ryder away from Arflack. 0-1 to the big left-handed swinging first baseman tonight. He was the starting pitcher last night, and one of the scariest things I think I've ever seen in high school. He got hit dead in the nose with a throw from his pitcher, or from his catcher, Jesse Howard. Strike 2 called to him, and he didn't go down immediately, took a few steps off the mound into the grass area just to the right of the mound, and then went down, and I saw the blood on his face, but never lost consciousness, which was a good sign. And then got up and actually completed the inning and pitched one more after that. So,
well, that's the guy you want. You know,
yeah.
He can be on my team. That's
I don't know if Landon Arflack has a girlfriend or not, but I'd play it up all for. If I was him, I'd have played it all up, man. Hey, my doctor said I gotta sit down and relax. Can you get this for me? Can you get that? And if his mother was anything like mine, Josh, she'd have said no.
Yeah.
Get yourself, boy.
Yep.
This one lifted foul and out of play into the Western Hills cheering section down the third baseline. You heard some mothers and sisters and girlfriends and student co-students all screaming over there to dodge.
There's still quite a few of them left to try to dodge too. They're not. They're going to sit here and watch this game.
I'll tell you what, Henry Clay down 8 runs here in the inning in this game right now. Their fans have not budged too much either. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been really impressed with not just Henry Clay's crowd, but and then it's kind of they've lost it a little bit here, given the score. But Henry Clay's dugout has been a blast to watch all season. Those guys have more fun than I think anybody playing baseball in the state. They.
Ground ball second. Dunn Fields throws it low, and nice dig there by Lou Thompson to save an error for Henry Clay. However, in the inning, Western Hills gets 4 runs on just 2 hits. They leave 3. We're 4.5 into this one. It's all Western Hills so far. 9-1 Wolverines. We're going to take a break, Mr. Warfield? Need to take a break. We'll step out and get all our fine sponsors a mention here on PrepSpin.com.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life.
Lafayette High School, Darren Douglas, along with William Warfield now, and Josh Moore from the Lexington Herald Leader as well up here in the press box. And Gary Ball's like Elvis. He has left the building. Appreciate Josh stepping in here for a couple of innings with us. And William, with our interview and things with Josh, here's a bunt out in front of the plate. Howard throws low. Nice dig by Arflack at first base. And right now, everything going Western Hills way. One out to Malloy, trying to bunt his way on just to get anybody on any way you can if you're Henry Clay. And unfortunately, he didn't get the bunt out far enough away from home plate. And Jesse Howard all over it. 9-1 in favor of Western Hills. And Parker Jackson, the beneficiary of it. This one a line drive foul by Chandler Dunn. Chandler is 1 for 2 tonight. He struck out looking, leading off the bottom half of the first inning, and then singled in the third. We play here in the 5th inning. The winner of this one gets Scott County a 6-3 victor over Lexington Catholic in game number 1 tonight. And we'll have the boys 11th Region Championship game tomorrow night. Game time 6:30, 6 o'clock, right?
Yep.
And a good breaking pitch from Parker Jackson. And William, I've been in this shoes of Parker Jackson. Seems to get easier to pitch and throw strikes because you can really attack the zone and feel very comfortable up 8 runs. This one lifted into center field. Anglin over a few steps to his left. And there's 2 gone. So with 2 outs and nobody on, it'll bring up the center fielder, Casey Womack. Womack is 0 for 1. He grounded to the first baseman, Arflack, who underhanded the pitcher, Jackson, covering in the first, and then was hit by a pitch his last time up in the third. Now, Henry Clay has out, I'm going to say out-hit. Been out-hit by 1. 7-6. Western Hills has out-hit the Blue Devils. Now, if I ask this trivia question, I'm going to ask this trivia question.
Ask me one I know.
Well, I want to see what our fans out there know.
What do you mean?
There's one high school, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go with my knowledge. I'll tell you if you get it right. Here in Kentucky, who has their own fight song. An original fight song and a strike on a breaking pitch from Parker Jackson. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Womack. Name the school.
Say that again. I'm sorry, but I was reading somebody talking about
There's one high school that nice play by Jackson on the comebacker.
One high school left.
And Arflack, we'll keep it right here. How about that? And Western Hills gets a 1-2-3 inning from Henry Clay's batting order. And after 5 complete, Western Hills leads 9-1 here on PrepSpin. What high school? There's one high school to my knowledge, okay? This is a knowledge question that I have.
Let's hear it.
Has their own original fight song. Can you name that school?
Their own original fight
Their own original fight song.
Certainly not Woodford County because they use UKs.
Yeah, right, correct.
And it's certainly not Lexington Catholic because they use Notre Dames.
Scott County uses Notre Dames as well.
Okay. So, original fight song.
Mm-hmm.
One school.
One school.
Can you give me region just as a hint?
You're looking at it, this region.
It's in this region.
Yes, sir. To my knowledge now, this is from my experiences. See if anybody texts us back here. By the way, Jordan, we haven't forgotten your tweet. He tweeted here a moment ago, William. Is Double D going to lead the crowd in
Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
Take Me Out to the Ball Game. What was the other one, though?
God Bless America.
God Bless America. Jordan?
Not a chance.
You want to hear me sing?
Listen to the honky man.
No,
man.
No. You don't.
Blue.
Trust me, son. You don't want to hear me sing. No, William. No, I can't carry a tune in a bucket.
So let's talk about this.
Yes, sir.
This question here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
This is sponsored by Napa Prime, by the way.
Okay. Well, West Jessamine has their own unique song. I know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what East Jessamine uses.
Yeah,
but
I don't know
West
what.
Jessamine has their own.
Was it written by a former teacher at that school?
Yeah, West Jessamine. It's got their own.
Is it an original?
It is.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive.
Okay. Well, then to my knowledge is wrong as far as only schools. I'll give you a quick answer because nobody's going to seem to be answering this one. Henry Clay.
Yeah.
Roll On Devils. Written by a good friend of mine, Harold Willoughby, longtime English teacher at Henry Clay High School. I actually wrote the words to it.
Okay.
Took it to the band director at the time when he was a newer teacher. And
yeah, let me tell you something. If you go to a West Jessamine home basketball game, a West Jessamine, you're going to be treated with a classic feel and some great basketball.
Yeah.
Sold out crowds. Just the best basketball in the state, in my opinion, but I am a little biased over
I was going to say, aren't you an alum over there?
Well, yeah, I mean, the Jessamine County original.
And we might as well tell the AD over at West Jess, the check from William Warfield for the athletic department is in the mail. For that plug. I had the athletic director, a former athletic director of Woodford County, ask me for a donation. I was like,
Wes Jessman's great.
Yeah, well, I tell you, that's the thing. I mean, I tell every kid that I come in contact with, one-on-one, is after Wheatley strikes out to be 0 for 3 tonight, Logan Etherington's up. He is actually 1 for 2.
Jordan says you better warm up those pipes and bring some life to this.
Jordan, you have the wrong Douglas. My brother Kyle is the singer in our family. He's got a tremendous voice. You don't want to hear me sing. Trust me. Ground ball short. McAnally scoops, throws.
Somebody said Frankfurt High's got their original one too.
That I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about my knowledge.
This guy knows. He's the same guy that does the PA over at the Kentucky Ice Center.
Okay. But I was just talking 11th region to my knowledge, and I love fans out there that can, I don't want to say prove me wrong, but give me other things as it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I tell you what, man, I've got strong ties with Henry Clay, with Lexington Catholic, obviously West Jessamine.
Woodford, where I'm from.
Yeah, East Jessamine, Woodford.
We're starting to get
Dunbar, LCA.
Lafayette, where we're at tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
Ground ball second, done. Over to Thompson in a 1-2-3 inning. Yeah. Only the second time tonight the Wolverines have been retired in order.
But I admire these Wolverines, man. What a heck of a baseball team this is.
Yeah. Tell you what, this is not a trivia question presented by Napa Prime. This is just me throwing this question out there. Before Western Hills became a school, if you look at the 41st District, there would have been 3 schools, Woodford, Franklin County, and Frankfurt High. There were 4 teams before Western Hills became a school back in the early 80s. Who was the 4th team in the 41st District? I told you this last night.
In the 41st?
In the 41st, yes, sir.
Was it Lexington Catholic?
It was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
See, a lot of people might have thought Anderson County, but they would have probably been down with Mercer
They
County.
were in the 8th read. Actually, Anderson's in the 8th.
Really?
Yeah. Which made no sense at the time.
That was almost, it was probably like, let's just fit you in where we can fit you in at, because Lexington Catholic's not always been a KHSA school.
No, but when they were, and this was when I was in high school, so that's the only reason why I know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
Actually, it was back in the mid-'70s, late 70s maybe.
Did you know Lexington's got another private school that's hardly ever talked about?
Isn't that the Scapa?
No, Lexington Trinity.
I didn't know that.
Lexington's got
actually, they got another one, too.
And they've got a heck of a basketball team. That plays in the National Association of Christian Athletes.
Okay.
That actually went down to Dayton, Tennessee, and had a really good showing.
Thompson, first pitch swinging here in the bottom of the 6th inning, lines a single to left field. His first hit of the night. And Thompson was 0 for 1. He flew out his last time up in the 3rd. And before that, hit by a pitch with 2 men out and came around to score on the double by Dacey. The Devils' only run.
There's a Danville Christian as well.
Yeah. There is another school here in Lexington that's private as well, Bluegrass Baptist.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about. And the only reason why I know about them is my cousin used to be the principal over there.
That was your cousin Tito, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got some neat cousins. I tell you, this one lifted foul and out of play to the right. Matter of fact, I came in here yesterday and shaking some hands from people from Lafayette and things, and also from Madison Central, where I've been around for a while. And Gary said, "Oh, how do you know them?" I said, "Well, that's my cousin. That's my cousin." He said, are you related to everybody? It's about 12 county area in this Central Kentucky area. I'm probably related to somebody in that county somewhere. 1-1 to Casey, who is 1 for 2. He had the double RBI in the 1st and struck out in the 3rd.
Somebody needs to go ahead and win this one. I've got to get up. I got a baseball game at 12 in the morning.
Well, I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Anyway.
I have to be at work at 5 a.m.
I've got Lexington Legends tomorrow.
Break pitch. That's one of those what they would call the school days, right?
Yeah.
a lot of people used to call, the major leagues, they call that a business day special or business day game or whatever. This, where they let elementary school kids and middle school kids right into the ballpark to see the game. 2-2 now to Casey with a runner at first base in Boo Thompson. Henry Clay now has evened the hits on the board, but they face an 8-run deficit here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Swing and a miss, Stacey Dunn. And for the second time tonight, after his RBI double in the first, the third baseman for the Blue Devils has struck out. Brings up Luke Wilson, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2. Ground ball short, ground ball second. So he's played pepper with the middle of the infield for Henry Clay.
Yep.
Breaking pitch just off the outer half of the plate. 1-0. And William, we will have tomorrow night's game. What time will we be on? 5:30, 5:45?
Does the game start at 6?
Ground ball to short. Bennett throws, not in time.
Close.
Deep in the hole from short, and an infield single for Wilson. Who was the starting pitcher and winner last night against Lafayette.
What
A
time does the
4-1
game
winner.
start tomorrow?
6, I think.
6.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, man, I'm ready for a state tournament though. I like to see.
Yeah.
I like to see, the 11th region bring out the best, and it looks like it's going to be either Western Hills or Scott County.
Mm-hmm. And who would have thought it going into this tournament?
Either one of those two.
Of course, it's always wide open in this tournament, to be honest with you. And but nobody would have thought. You got Catholic and Western, or Catholic and Central.
I think what really messed that up though is where Catholic lost in a district. In that district championship.
To Lafayette, yeah.
That you'd have Catholic and Madison Central battling, probably still.
Yeah,
possibly.
And who knows? Well, that's why you play the games.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just pure speculation. I could have won anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, you never know. This is Ben Ryder, who is 2 for 2 tonight. Excuse me, he's 2 for 2. 2 singles.
Wonder if Gary Ball won that tennis match tonight.
I'm just praying our good buddy didn't pull something. We don't need him laid up for a while.
He pulled out to the tennis court, and that's about it.
Get a flat tire, you get strike, breaking pitch, 0-2 to Ryder now. With 1 man out, Thompson the lead runner, a leadoff single.
I figured he'd be like water polo or something. I didn't think that he would be a tennis guy.
Yeah.
But
And then Wilson in the infield for Riley, deep in the hole to shortstop. And Ryder with a chance to bring Henry Clay a little bit closer. Breaking pitch, strike 3, and Ryder knew it. Boy, I tell you, Parker Jackson is pitching at Jim tonight. He scattered 8 hits, and tell you what, pitching carefree and loose out there on the mound, and with an 8-run lead, it makes it a little bit easier. Pitch on the outside corner brings up David McAnally, and McAnally is 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice in the second. He flew out to center field back in the fourth. So the 0-1 to McAnally, and Jackson right now peppering the strike zone with just about every pitch he's got in his repertoire. Pitch out away from McAnally, called a ball. A ball and a strike, 2 men out. 2 runners on. Western Hills with a big lead here as we play in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 to McAnally. Out away from him. 2-1 gets away from Howard. Both runners will move up. Thompson to third. Wilson to second.
oh, Henry Clay working here with
Yep.
2-hour rally.
I'm being a Woodford County alum, William, I never thought I'd see Woodford County get to the state tournament, let alone win it like they did in 2012.
Yeah.
When a school that's never been is able to get a chance to go, seems like good things happen. to teams. West
Don't know
Jessamine
West
hadn't
is
been in a long time, and
I
they
don't
go
think
down.
West ever been there.
Oh yeah, they've been a couple of times I think before back in the day.
So. I don't think so.
The 12th, I think they have. I'm not sure, but we'll have to go back and look at the history. I think in the recent history they have been to the state tournament, but I'm not 100% sure. This one popped up on the infield. Bennett now back out on the outfield grass, a couple of steps. Inning over, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We're through 6 complete. It's all Western Hills in the semifinal, game number 2. They're 3 outs away from meeting Scott County. Henry Clay going to need a stop here in the 7th and a huge rally in the bottom of the inning. They trail at 9-1. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the White Greer Maggard baseball game of the week on PrepSpin.com.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
My team is made up of guards and forwards,
Offense and defense.
all working together as a unit.
One mission, one goal.
But no matter how high we're ranked,
No matter what the results.
there's one team we'll never beat.
The sports medicine team at UK Healthcare. The top sports medicine physicians, surgeons, and athletic trainers you'll find anywhere, you'll find here.
When it comes to orthopedic care,
I wouldn't send my team anywhere else.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Lafayette High School is the site. Darren Douglas along with William Warfield. Gary Ball called game number 1. He'll be back tomorrow night for the championship game of the 11th Region Tournament. In case you missed it earlier, 6-3 Scott County over Lexington Catholic. Right now, Western Hills looking like the opponent for the Cardinals in the championship game tomorrow night. And a 9-1 lead right now as we play here and begin playing the top of the 7th inning. 11th Region Girls Fast Pitch Softball Championship game set for tomorrow night. Woodford County and Scott County over Madison Central High School in Richmond.
Yep.
And that one, folks, pitch inside to the leadoff man here in the top half of the 7th inning. It's Tyler Anglin. Anglin is 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. Flew out in the 3rd to center field. Singled and scored in the 4-run 5th.
Western Hills.
Scored in the in the 5th. Yeah.
Western Hills, I think, just want to get this one over with.
2-0 to Anglin. Darks me 3-0 and got a new pitcher, and that was John Miller, right? Is that what it said? Or Josh Miller. Josh Miller, the new pitcher for Henry Clay, pitcher number 5. And immediately he walks the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 7th inning, and Western Hills has taken advantage of every walk they've had, and at least in 2 innings, a pitch on the breaking pitch, strike to Emberton. Emberton has flown out to right field, struck out looking in the 3rd, then walked and got as far as 3rd base in the 5th. And they fouled it in the batter's box, did Emberton. Hit him while in the batter's box, so it's no balls and 2 strikes to the Western Hills right fielder. And this one he bunts foul. Interesting call there from the Western Hills coaching staff, you're up 8 runs and you're trying to bunt in the top of the 7th. Not questioning anything, but just an interesting call there. I mean, you're up 8. You got 3 outs to go, and your starting pitcher, Parker Jackson, has been pitching very well.
I think Western Hills is trying to, see what they can get here at the plate. Not really.
Maybe working on some fundamentals or situational stuff.
Take
maybe
a couple good swings here. And
pitch is a strike to the leadoff man, Thomas Bennett. Bennett tonight, without a hit, he scored a run. He's flown out to center, walked and scored in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 4th, and then walked in the 5th. Breaking pitch in the dirt. We got a new catcher, but we don't have his name. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Thomas Bennett right now here in the top of the 7th. A leadoff walk to Anglin, who's at first base for the Wolverines. The 1-2 in the dirt gets over the new catcher. Wow, that's the proverbial 59-foot curveball.
Lucky they got a close backstop here.
Well, it hit and went straight over his head.
Well, do we get any update on the Somerset Southwestern game?
Don't know. It'll be on the...
Hold on, I'll look it up. Go ahead and kind of call the game. I'll look it up.
Well, okay. The 2-2. Strike 3 call to Bennett for the 2nd time tonight. He's been caught looking. 2 men out now, and it brings up Parker Jackson, the aforementioned starting pitcher.
Southwestern and West Jessamine will meet tomorrow at Boyle County High School. That's kind of in the middle, too.
That's kind of interesting, too, though, because they give a day between the semis and the finals.
Yeah. Well, no, they played.
They played earlier tonight?
Yeah, they played
Southwestern wins 4-3 over Somerset, so interesting. Fly ball center field.
They've got that cushion if they wanted to in case it rained tomorrow. But.
I agree, I guess. So the leadoff walk doesn't hurt Henry Clays Miller, and the Blue Devils will come to bat for the final time. Hopefully, if you're a Western Hills fan, hopefully you're looking for a big rally from your Devils if you're a Henry Clay fan. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th inning. 9-1 Western Hills on the White, Greer, and Maggard 11th Region Tournament Baseball from Lafayette High School on PrepSpin.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Welcome back to Henry Clay High School, Lafayette High School. Boy, sleep deprivation kills you.
Yeah, it does.
Foul ball into the
I
screen.
don't know why you look like one of those Walking Dead.
Yeah, Henry Clay is up.
Zombies over here.
Henry Clay, the blue in jerseys. Henry Clay, or the Devils on the front of the jersey. Nice looking jersey. I don't know who their company is they go through, whether it be Nike or Adidas. Is it Adidas?
Adidas.
Well, just
You know that's the correct way to say it. Adidas.
Yeah. Hey, I'm all about the pinch. Well, actually, the young man at the plate was the catcher, and I didn't catch his last name from the public address announcer. I was actually laughing at the public address announcer because he asked the fans to make sure they help clean up around their area, make sure any trash you put in the trash for them to help out cleaning up. And then he says, on a side note, please don't leave any dirty diapers anywhere.
Yeah.
So even public address announcers like to have a little fun occasionally. But anyway, for anybody in Adidas that might be listening to our ball game tonight, please put numbers on the front of the jerseys too.
Well, Henry Clay ordered them.
I know.
You can get them any way you want them.
I know, but I'm asking Adidas to make that recommendation.
Go over and ask Henry Clay that.
I'm just asking. It just, it helps us guys out.
It's not like it's basketball. Come on, man.
Well, hey, I've seen some in the NBA that don't have them on the front. The 1-0 inside. We got a new hitter in the lineup. This is Wyatt Nunnally, number 10, batting for Malloy. Now Parker Jackson, as Drew Chisholm makes his way out to the mound. That's the slowest I've ever seen Drew walk.
And I am getting old, Darren.
Son, you're younger than me.
I know that.
Quite a bit younger, and
I'm hurting.
And the thing, and here's the thing, you're a lot younger than me, and I don't feel sorry for you because you are so much younger than me.
All right.
At your age, I was still playing softball about 4 nights a week.
Were you?
Mm-hmm. I actually didn't retire until I was.
I don't have the arm anymore, man.
About 40, and I slid because seemed like every team I played on, my teammates liked to watch me slide. And when I slid, I pulled both hamstrings and
last softball game that I played in, man, I think I threw the arm out, the shoulder or something, because I threw it and it popped, and that was it.
Nunnally at the plate. A 2-ball, no strike count. Parker Jackson delivers. Chop back to the mound, off his glove, and rolls out behind the mound. And Henry Clay has the first 2 reach. One hit by a pitch, and now an error on the pitcher, Parker Jackson. Brings up the second baseman now, Chandler Dunn. And do you remember what I said last night, William, to Gary, asking what's the toughest out in the last inning? It seems like to get for most pitchers.
The first one.
The first one. And for some reason, it is a mental hurdle you have to overcome as a pitcher.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is. And
well, you sense victory, I think.
I guess. And the thing is, especially if you're a starting pitcher and you're getting ready to pitch a complete game, it makes it really tough on you. And then, of course, if you know you got a no-hitter, then it really makes it tough on you. So 2 men on, one via the hit batter and the other one an error on the pitcher. And Howard, if he let that one fly down to first base, I think Coach Chisholm may have had his first official gray hair. You're up 8 runs. You want to concentrate on the batter. You don't want to give any more.
Well, nobody was covering first.
Yeah, and you don't want to give any more runners on base, or you don't want to give Henry Clay any kind of glimmer of hope. You want to end it as soon as you can. Breaking pitch, strike 2. Chandler tonight is 1 for 3. Struck out looking in the first, singled in the third, and then flew out to center field in the 5th. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 gone.
Man, he really swung at that one. 360.
Well, that was that drop down breaking pitch that Jackson throws, and you see the break on that thing. It started about the middle of the plate, and by the time Dunn had swung it, it was out in the left-hand batter's box. This is Casey Womack. Womack is 0 for 2 tonight.
I heard you bowl like that.
Pitch out.
Started over around the bunker, and then it
No,
goes right into the middle.
no, I don't. My tee shot in golf looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can go on vacation and never leave the golf course in my hometown. I can go to the beach because I spend a lot of time in the sand trap. Huh? Yeah. No, I'm down in Versailles. I can go to the beach because I'm in the sand trap so much. I can go camping because I'm in the tree line so much. So hey. The 1-0 to Womack with runners on first and second, one gone in the inning. Ground ball right back to the mound. Jackson's going to throw to first.
2 out.
And there's 2 outs. Both runners move up. And Western Hills 1 out away from making.
1 out away from putting this one away.
Yeah.
We're not going to have much of a post game tonight. We're going to hop off here. We both got to be up places early in the morning.
Yeah, pretty early. Unfortunately, you'll still be asleep when I'm working.
Yeah. I've got to do 2 games tomorrow, so.
At least 2, right, that you know of.
Legends,
pitch away from Thompson.
The Legends in the championship game here. So
Thompson is 1 for 2 tonight. He was hit by a pitch and scored Henry Clay's only run so far tonight. Flew out to center field and then singled his last time.
if you guys are free tomorrow, come on over to the ballpark. First pitch 12:35 tomorrow against Augusta.
The Grasshoppers.
Yep.
Love minor league baseball nicknames in the Sally League, which is the South Atlantic League, which the Legends play in. Has a couple of really nice ones. You got the Augusta Green well, actually, they're the Green Jackets, aren't
the
there?
Sandnats no longer there.
And
though, right?
Savannah Sandnats. I don't know. Ground ball, nice play by Jackson. Throws over to Arflack, and Western Hills is on their way to the 11th Region Championship game.
Wow. They earned it tonight. No doubt about that.
They sure did. Sure did.
They're celebrating out there like they won it.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not sure in Western Hills history if they've ever been to the region championship in baseball.
Oh.
Don't know.
I mean,
be something interesting to
go back and look
to
at
find out. I mean, of course,
tweet at us.
1982. Yeah, if you know that, let us know. We would definitely love to know if Western Hills has ever been to the regional championship. I know they've never been to the state tournament, so we'll see what happens. The last time a team in the 11th region got on a run like this, probably was Woodford County in 2012.
We want to thank again our title sponsor here on the network. Can't thank them enough. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics. They are our title sponsor, and the reason why we are able to bring this kind of coverage to you. Jordan wants Chisholm's thoughts on the game, so maybe we can get that. Maybe we'll get that.
I tell you what, tune in, or maybe tune in tomorrow.
I'll go down there with the camera and record them. How about that, Jordan? We'll do that. But anyway,
put it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we'll upload it, so you'll get it. Talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye-bye.